She recorded this video, watched it back and uploaded it. Just shows another point of privilege that she has. As a black woman, I've been demonized and targeted since I was in primary school.
What is going on, people, and welcome back again on the channel. How are you doing? I hope you guys are doing great today. If you're coming from the main channel, thank you so much. And if you're just joining from the blues, thank you so much for being here as well. We are going to be talking about a famous TikToker that is going viral. Madly Haji made a video talking about how she would love to live in the sundown town. If you understand what sundown town means, you already know that this video is going to trend a lot. She posted a video how she wants to live there, how she would love to be there, and you know, just this quirky video, she posted it on TikTok, and in few minutes this video went viral and people started tagging and reposting and stitching a video. After that video went viral, it was taken down. She made an apology talking about why she said what she said and what she thinks the sundown town meant. I need you guys to see this apology video before I start rolling in clips of what people are saying about the video that she made.
Guys, I want to apologize for the sundown town post before that gets to any more ears than it already has without like me being able to say sorry. I had been saying for years that like sundown towns looked like a really nice place to live because I did not know what they were. So I was trying to poke fun at myself for that because I've now learned what they are, and I was like, oh my god. And I've been saying it to other European people who also don't know what they are because like we just aren't American, and that's just not information in our heads, right? And then once I learned what it was, I was like, oh my god, I can't believe I've literally been saying this for years. Like I had no idea that's what it is. But obviously I wasn't recognizing in that video like how distressing it could be to hear someone just like joking about that when that's a very, and I didn't understand, very current issue for like a lot of people. Like they still exist, and that's absolutely horrifying. And I can imagine that it's very frustrating to hear a white person joking about something like that when that's actually an issue that could be very close to your heart. So even though I wanted to poke fun at myself for like saying this fucking stupid thing that I didn't realize I'd been saying, it could easily make people who have suffered at the hands of this kind of culture feel very dismissed. And I would never ever want to make anyone feel like that. And I don't want, that's why I took down the video, because I don't want it to reach any more ears than people have to get this like unpleasant, horrible feeling in their chest before I can get to them quick enough to say I'm sorry.
So basically when people started stitching her, she took down the video and she made this apology. In this video, she said she doesn't know what sundown town means, and she has been saying it to other European people who don't know what sundown town means. Now it's easier to say, how come you don't know what sundown town means? Because that was the very first thing that came to my head as well. Until I opened the comment section of so many videos, and there are hundreds of comments, people saying they don't know what sundown town means. Yeah, there were people coming for her as well, because you basically filmed this video, you rewatched it before you posted it, and you don't even care to, you know, deep down and say, what does sundown town mean? So I have put together stitches of what people are saying about it, and if you don't know what sundown town means, I'm sure you're going to know it by the end of these stitches as well. So let me roll the clip and let's see what people have to say about our video.
I told like 100 people that I want to live in a sundown town when I grow up because I didn't know what the fuck that was. I thought that they were like the tiny little American towns like Stars Hollow from Gilmore Girls, or like from Paper Towns, when it's like it doesn't exist on a map for some reason. Like the cute American towns where there's like literally 20 people and they all drive pickup trucks. That's what I thought a sundown town was. I only learned this year off of this app that is very much not what a sundown town is. Why have cute name if not cute? Do you know what I mean? Ah!
I have many questions. But first, the story. So back in January, one of my best friends got a new job. He lived in Jacksonville, Florida, but the job was in Dallas, Texas. So me, being the amazing friend that I am, I flew down from North Carolina to Jacksonville, Florida. We rented a U-Haul and put the route into the map, and saw that the best way to get from Jacksonville, Florida to Dallas, Texas meant that we had to drive through the little handle, through Alabama and Mississippi, through Louisiana, and then through parts of Texas to get to Dallas. The first thing we said to each other was, damn, I hope we don't end up in the wrong place. I hope we don't have to drive through some sundown towns. And that, I believe, is the perfect illustration of what it is to be black and what it is to be white in America. Because sometimes I say to myself, because y'all don't have to worry about anything. You can go through life and operate like Patrick Star, be relatively okay. Look at least 20 years old, and your childhood fantasy was to live in a sundown town, and you never once Googled what a sundown town was? I find that hard to believe, because this is the first thing that comes up when you Google sundown town. Lastly, the phrase sundown town is not one that appears in a normal lexicon. So, in what context did you hear sundown town? You had to hear
Because I didn't know what the fuck that was.
Europeans, especially British people, will constantly get on this app and complain about how stupid Americans are, how little we know about other countries and other cultures, and then they'll say something like that with their full chest. Like, she watched that video back and decided to press post. Like, in what context did you hear about sundown towns and you thought, that sounds so cute? Like, what did you hear about them? And even if it was a misunderstanding, like, you just thought the name was cute or something, when you found that out, like, why are you telling it like it's a cute, quirky, fun story? Like, oh, that's so silly. The people died. Oh my god. What a cute little misunderstanding. That's so quirky. You're so quirky and cute. But then when an American doesn't know what, like, a skilly willy tickle crumpet is, oh my god, we're so fucking stupid. How could we not know that?
Okay, while I do my Sunday self-care, I want to talk about Sundown Town Girl. I mean, I have nothing new to say, but I just want to talk. Like, it's still, like, blowing my mind that, let's just say I believe you didn't know what a sundown town was. Okay, well, now you know, and she chose to tell millions of people on the internet that she's been telling all these people she wants to live in one. That's crazy as hell, dude. That's crazy. That's wild. Okay, second thing. I'm so tired of hearing Europeans say, Americans are so stupid, they know nothing else about the world outside of the US. Okay, well, that may be true to a certain degree, but it seems like you're the same way. Because in her apology, she's like, I'm European, how am I supposed to know what a sundown town was? Use Google like you tell all of us to do. Like, there's really no excuse, there's no way to get out of this. And I'm tired of the Europeans.
It's giving your parents are going to pay for a wedding for you on a slave plantation. At best, you didn't know what a sundown town was, and that's a product of the lack of education on white American history as well as black American history, overall American history. At worst, you knew what a sundown town was, and you decided to do this for, I don't know, shits and giggles. Some of y'all thinking that being ignorant to accurate history is going to save you. Go read a book and wash your bed sheets.
For those of you who don't know, Madeline RG is getting cancelled at the minute, and I thought I would inform you guys on what's going on and give my opinion on it. I feel like as a black content creator, I kind of have like a unique opinion on the situation. For those of you who don't know who Madeline RG is, she's a TikToker who does like quirky, kind of crazy story times about her life and things that she's done before, and she's kind of like that cute, that quirky white girl kind of aesthetic. You guys know the ones I'm talking about. She's just like cute, and like her whole kind of thing is that she's just small and cute, and she's just a bit crazy. Like that's that kind of like her whole niche. Like I swear to God, I personally like her content. Like I watch her content. I think I even followed her before this whole situation. But anyway, she has like 3 point something million followers or 4.7 million followers, and she's also going out with Central C, who's obviously one of the biggest rappers in the UK, maybe possibly even the world at the minute, as he just did a freshman cypher. Like, do you get what I mean? Like, she's popping. So yesterday or 2 days ago, she did a TikTok talking about how when she was younger, she would always tell people she wants to live in a sundown town. And, you know, she went around telling people, you know, when I'm older, I really want to live in a sundown town, because she believed it was like one of those cute little towns in America, you know, out of Gilmore Girls or like Paper Towns. That's what she said. Even though Paper Towns was a shit movie, let's talk about it. Anyway, she was telling people she wants to live in a sundown town, and then she learned what sundown town is, and you know, she was embarrassed at the fact that she'd been going around telling people she wants to live in that sort of town for years. For those of you who don't know what a sundown town is, a quick Google search would help you out, but I'm here to inform the people that a sundown town is these towns in America, mostly the South, where it's all white people, right? They still exist to this day, can I just say that, where after the sun went down, if a black person was seen, it was like a free-for-all. It was like no black people are allowed in these towns after sundown. They would lynch, stab, shoot, kill black people, multiple, like there are an uncountable amount of deaths of black people in these sundown towns, where they would be stuck with no way home and end up getting murdered just for walking in these towns. I've seen a lot of people defend Madeline, but their defense does not make sense. They're saying, oh, you know, we're British, we don't know what a sundown town is, you know, it's not her fault, how are we meant to know, these Americans and their blah 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 blah. The issue is not that she didn't know what a sundown town is. I wouldn't expect someone like Madeline RG to know what a sundown town is. She is not going to be affected by that. That is not her history. A lot of people are ignorant to history that doesn't impact them, so she wouldn't know that. I personally have known what Sundown Town is for years because that's my history. That could possibly impact me, and I like to be informed about things, but not everyone is the same. The issue arises that she said in the TikTok she now knows what a Sundown Town is, and she was laughing. And that's what is offending people. The fact that you now know, okay, black people were getting lynched and, you know, hung up in these towns, and you thought it was a good idea to sit down in front of your phone, share the fact that you were ignorant to the fact that, you know, black people were getting lynched and killed in these towns, and then you laughed about it. I personally don't believe that she was laughing at the whole situation, at what a Sundown Town is, but I do believe that she is ignorant. I don't like to say it, but Madeline RG represents a demographic of people, not just in this country, but in this world, who live in a bubble of privilege and ignorance, that they didn't have to hear about, you know, their people getting lynched alive, and that they don't even have to inform themselves of something like that, just in case, you know, they're ever visiting America and they run into a Sundown Town. And her ignorance is fine. Her ignorance is absolutely fine. But the problem is that she came on the internet in front of millions and millions of followers and thought that that was something to joke about her ignorance, that she thought it was funny that she was so ignorant and so uninformed about, you know, the atrocities that happen to black people. As a black female content creator in this bad man UK, I take extra precaution into everything that I post. I have a fraction of the amount of followers that Madeline does, and yet still, I started TikTok when I was like 16. I'm now 19 years old, and I would hate for any of my followers to feel isolated and uncomfortable with my content just because they're slightly different from me. So I do take an extra step to think about what I'm saying, watch back a video, and then upload it. The fact that she recorded this video, watched it back, and uploaded it just shows another point of privilege that she has. As a black woman, I've been demonized and targeted since I was in primary school. I remember being in primary school and being told that I think that I'm in a gang. I was literally 9 years old and being told that I'm in a gang and I'm intimidating the white girls. And I feel like it was a wake-up call for me and a lot of people. That's why they're kind of upset, because you watch these people on your screen every day and you realize, you know, once they do something like this, me and you are not living the same life. Like, you are not relatable to me whatsoever. There is nothing that I can relate to with you. Well, you're not used to that. Their content is meant to be relatable, it's meant to be funny, it's meant to be enjoyable, but there's nothing that I can now relate to with Madeline. I like her TikToks, I watch her TikToks, and I would no longer continue to do so, because I feel like the insensitivity has put me off completely, like 100%, and I feel disappointed almost. I just felt like this was really important to talk about. Like, I don't really talk about race a lot, but especially like as a black girl, stuff like this happens all the time, where you get your feelings hurt, you get disappointed in your favorite celebrity for saying this about black people, for saying the N-word, for saying this about black women, and then you realize you don't actually relate to these people. These people are not someone that you can look up to, not someone that you can relate to, and it is really sad. I don't particularly like blame Madeline for her ignorance. I just kind of, the only thing I blame her for is her lack of sensitivity towards her audience. That is the only thing I blame Madeline for. But yeah, that's my hot take.
I know we keep it incredibly light and I'm quite late to this, but I just really want to know the context that what's her name heard the phrase Sundown Town in, that she decided that she would want to live there. Because as someone who was born and raised in London, or mostly raised in London, well, Europe, every single time I've heard the phrase Sundown Town, it's been within a very particular context. So whether you heard the phrase Sundown Town, how are people around you using that phrase that you've now decided, I would want to live here? Because again, most of the time these days you would hear the word Sundown Town, it would be in a very particular context. So
what do you guys think about what they all said? I think two most common comments that I saw under a video, and other people who stitched to a video, are people who clearly said they don't know what Sundown Town means, and people who are so concerned about what context she had or the word Sundown Town was used around her to think that this is a place that she wants to live. And there was a comment that I saw that this person said there are people who says it like it sounds like something off of a Disney Channel, and it's just so funny to see that there are so many people in the comment section talking about the fact that they do not know what Sundown Town means. it. I love what the lady on the bonnet, the lady on pink on bonnet said. She said she is more concerned about a lack of sensitivity to her audience. This person have close to 4 million followers, and you post a video, you made a video, you watched it and you felt it was okay. I'm still kind of like smiling in the video, and I think this is the reason why a lot of people are dragging her. Like, Sundown Town is basically like the simple sentence that I watched. I think the very first place where I heard about Sundown Town, the simple layman explanation was a place where black people are not allowed to be in when the sun goes down. They're allowed to walk, they're allowed to go there, but when the sun goes down, the unthinkable is going to happen to black people. Black people are even allowed to work there, but they still face the discrimination and all of that. So in a simple sentence, it's just a place that black people are not allowed to be in when the sun goes down, because life is going to be at risk if they are found in that place. It's basically a place, like an enclosed place for just white people who do not like or want to have anything whatsoever to do with black people. So after she made the video and it went viral and she found out what it means, there is no reason to be smiling when making an apology or when talking about it again. You know, it shows a lack of sensitivity, to be honest, and I totally agree with what that lady said. I am going to stop here, and I would like to hear what you guys think about this whole video in the comment section. Do you believe that she doesn't know what the Sundown Town means? If you watch the entire stitches, you might have heard those ladies saying, oh, these European people will come from America, saying, how come they don't know this? How are they so ignorant? But they as well are ignorant on a lot of things. So let me hear your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you all so much for being part of this video. And if you have not subscribed, please do so before you go and turn your bell notification on. And I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Bye guys, and I love you.